Hello guys. Hey guys, can you hear me? Can you, if so, say me a hi. Good morning, Sahar.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Siddhi. Great. So today is the first TND, so I'm not going to take a lecture today. I'll just give you a very brief thing what you already discussed on what to do for the test and discussion, right? Because I feel that you guys have very good enough time for you to actually go and read it, but we need a very kind of a very proper structured approach. That's what we're going to see today. Fine. So if you're ready, let's start. So what we're going to do here is very simple. So how to approach the TND? You must have got this schedule in the app. If not, just go and have a look at it. It's there also in the Telegram group. We have for every subject. This schedule has been primarily made by Siraj sir, taking into account the importance of the questions and weightage of the subject, right? So let's take pathology. I'll give you a brief overview of what to do for pathology. Similar way, you'll definitely be able to apply it for be it an OPG or a dermatology or a pharmacology or pediatrics, whatever it is, fine. So now the goal is to consolidate. You guys have already read the main concepts from the last time, right? So I have to use the best time. Let's say for pathology, I have time from 23rd of March till 28th of March, right? Approximately 4-5 days. This is how every bigger subject time will be dedicated to, which is more than enough for us to complete the subject, revise the subject. So what do I want you to do? Every subject, every day, I just want you to have 6 to 8 hours of dedicated learning. Please don't overburden yourself. Please don't read for 10-12 hours now. Let's do it when there's a revision, right? Because we don't know when the exams are going to be. Let the announcement come, let's plan and let's push the full throttle that time. Now I want a very solid and a long-term approach. The only problem is if you read for 12 hours a day from today, 2 months you'll be burnt out. It is not your problem, it is everyone's problem. You cannot read for more than 12 hours a day for more than 2 months. It's impossible to do that, right? So now how do I structure it? And the sources I want to use for every TNDs, look at the RR videos and the main Q bank. Don't look at the chota one, the RR Q bank. We'll keep it for revision after we complete TND because this is more focused towards your PYTs. It will not have everything under the sky. It will have only focus towards PYT. That we'll do in the last stretch. So how do I divide it? Let's assume that for pathology I had 5 days, right? 23rd of March, 24th of March, 25th of March, 26th we have an exam, we have a discussion, 28th I have a discussion, right? So how do I divide it? In this, when we come to pathology, I'll give you a clear-cut distinction of in the 3 days, my goal is going to be general pathology plus hematology. Okay. In the next day, my goal is going to be primarily systemic pathology. Because if you look at FMGE exams, systemic pathology questions can be easily attended by learning medicine, surgery, gynecology, and pediatrics. So less emphasis on systemic pathology because your exam does not carry much weightage on systemic pathology. General path and MI definitely will have more weightage on it, right? So how do I take care of the 3 days? So what I want you to do is RR video split. Let's say there are 10 hours of videos in general path and MI, right? Approximately. So I want to split that into, let's say, 4 hours here, 3 hours here, 3 hours here. That should be more than enough, right? So this is for looking at the videos. Please watch the videos from start to end. That is very important. Don't leave it. Don't skip it, right? Then you'll have the notes also there with the RR. If possible, write it down. Important point at least. Add to your existing notes. If not, just go to the PDF, right? So once, let's assume that on the 23rd of March, I am reading the chapter Cell Injury and Inflammation. If I'm reading cell injury and inflammation, I want you to definitely finish the Q bank of cell injury and inflammation the same day or the same topics. If possible, little bit extra. But make sure this is must to do because we are reading only for 4 hours a day, right? Again, this 4 hours divide. I'll come to that very soon. 4 hours a day of watching a lecture, 2 to 3 hours of solving Q bank, looking at the explanation. That is very important because students like correct, wrong, correct, wrong, correct, wrong. That is not how it goes. If it's wrong, read the explanation why wrong. If you find, let's say, while solving a Q bank, I found a mistake on, let's say, there's a question which was wrong in necrosis. So take your notes, whatever you have already had, under the necrosis, maybe mark like most common cause of necrosis, coagulator. That's wrong. Put a highlighter there, make a red color note that you have made a mistake here. This knowledge should go to your main notes because this is the only source you can revise in the last 1 week. So whatever I learned from QBank, that's not just to see right or wrong. That's not just to see the marks. Whatever mistakes which you feel is worthwhile, put it there. The same way you do it, which means easily it will take solid 2 to 3 hours to solve the QBank. I don't want you to take very less time there. I read for 4 hours, 2 to 3 hours minimum, I solve a QBank. That's more than enough in a day. So how do I split a day? Splitting a day is based on your goal. I'll keep a normal routine. Let's assume that you wake up at 9 a.m. and around 10 a.m. you get ready for reading, right? 10 to 12. Have a 2-hour session, right? After that, 12 to 1, 12 to 12:30, I would say have a break. I don't think so you guys will have your lunch at 12:30 because if you're waking up late, definitely you'll have a lunch around 2 or something, right? So now 12:30 till maybe 1:30 or 2, have one more session of 1.5 hours. In this session, complete maximum videos possible because I'll tell you, when you start the lecture on a day, you'll be having more awareness, like you'll be grasping more knowledge, right? That's the first starting point. Then here, split between QBank and video. This is very, very important. Let's assume 2 to 3 at lunch. 3 to 5 p.m. is the most laziest time for everyone, right? Whatever you may be, whichever part you are having a lunch, post prandial, keep it only for QBank. That's very, very important so that it's not a learning which I'm going to spend more amount of concentration, more amount of time, more amount of active listening, because post lunch you just watch a video, you will sleep, right? So keep it for QBank, and then obviously you'll have 5 to 5:30, have a break, chat with your friends, have a coffee. Very, very important to have the relationship with your friends or your family, whoever it is, fine. Then after that, let's say 5:30 to 7:30, again I want you to primarily look on videos. Whatever is left back, go with it, because again evening you will have a spike in your energy. Use that for QBank. So use that for videos, right? Once you're done with that, if there is anything pending, keep it before dinner, maybe 8 to 9 p.m. or 9:30 p.m. This is only for the pending tasks of that day. 9:30 or 10 after dinner, discuss with your friends, sleep. Do this routine for the next 30-40 days till the TND is over. This should be more than enough for you guys, right? So why I'm saying this enough is, you might feel that my senior told to read for 10 to 12 hours a day, but 10 to 12 hours a day, effective reading will come to only 6 to 8 hours. If I'm going to stare at the books and waste my time, rather I will sleep, re-energize myself, right? Use this for the same way for PSM, same way for pediatrics, same way for pharmacology, same way for anesthesia. Anesthesia, if you look at it, I don't have much time. 29, 30, 31. That's all, right? 2 days is more than enough to complete anesthesia. But if you look at pharmacology, there are 4, 6, 5 days easily available, right? So it's based on, like, look at orthopedics, 2 days, that's more than enough, right? But I look at surgery, again, I have a sizable number of days, right? The TND is arranged such a way that you will have adequate time. And on the day of TND, please, please, please attempt the test. That is very, very important. Without attempting the test, don't sit for a discussion. It's waste of time, because discussion is going to be active learning. I want you guys to get involved in the active learning. Ask doubts if you have doubts. Interact with the teachers. Don't worry, no one is going to scold you, right? Okay, this is what I want you to keep for your entire TND schedule. What to do for. If you have any doubts, do let me know and let's discuss about that. Any doubts, guys?